Hello, everyone. How are you guys tonight? Um, Gosh, I hope I get some people on. I've got 3 people on. I'm going to start a watch party here. And I want you guys to comment, share. Last week, I was talking a little bit about unity, and I had a really great conversation with my friend in Kansas, Lavana McAllister. And it reminded me that a lot of us might, with all of this COVID thing and the problems that we've been having with our businesses and trying to rebuild and trying to figure out where really we stand and how we want to move forward, that a lot of us are really transitioning. A lot of us are transitioning to smaller salons. A lot of us are transitioning to a different type of salon, to a different culture. Some of you might be going independent. Some of you might be going back into a salon environment. There's all these transitions happening, and I would really, really love it if you guys commented, shared, told me, came up with some ideas. But we're going to talk, what I'm going to talk about is the 4 cultures, and this is the culture quadrant. It is the culture quadrant that I created, and I teach foundational values off this culture quadrant. Some of you may seen it, some of you may not. Most of the people that have seen it really enjoy it. I want to welcome Rico, Kenneth, and Jennifer, and I hope some more people jump on with me. Once again, love, like, thumbs up, boo, I hate what you're saying, whatever. Please comment, please share, please join me, because I want to have some interaction with you guys. So this is the culture quadrant, and this understanding what this is may help you transition into where you want to go into the future, how you want to change your business. So there's basically only four cultures. Now, there's a supportive culture, which is extremely open, friendly, kumbaya. The leaders are really considered mentors. They're not considered bosses. They're guided by the team. The team has a lot of say in this culture. They really strive to have loyalty in this culture. And the emphasis is on equality. Everybody's equal. Nobody's above or below anyone. And the focus was really on unity. Then there's the ingenuity culture. What the heck's an ingenuity culture? They're extremely dynamic. They're extremely entrepreneurial. Their leaders are innovative. There's an emphasis on risk. They're early adapters. They're guided by industry leaders. A lot of these cultures have people that are involved in education, involved in cutting edge, whether it's business education or whether it's creative, artistic education. These a lot of times are those industry leaders, and their focus is really on individuality. They could be, and their focus on individuality. Why? Because they want to encourage entrepreneurial thinking. They want those creative thinkers. Then there's the positional culture. What's a positional culture? Positional culture is extremely structured. Their leaders are very efficient. They like efficiency. They're guided by management. Management really has a big say in this. They have actual managers who have various roles, because this culture is very role oriented. They are extremely predictable. They have lots of structure. They have lots of systems, and their focus is on stability. Every day you come to work, you can expect the same thing. Your clients can expect the same thing. It's very consistent. Then there's the achievement culture, which is extremely directive. They're very, very goal oriented. Leaders are very results driven, very numbers driven in this culture. And the CEO or the leader or the salon owner really is the boss here. What they say goes, and everybody knows it. And they're very productive. That's why they focus on the numbers. They want the numbers to drive the growth, and their emphasis is on winning. They want to win. They want to get those goals. They put up goal boards and they talk a lot about those numbers, and they're very focused on that. And they have a plan. They have a real plan that they actually follow, that is generally done by the CEO or a team of COOs, CEOs. And if you're in a salon, you might not necessarily have like a CEO, CMO, CTO, but you have people in there that are really the guidance to the rest of the team. All right, so where are we at in the salon industry? Most people in the salon industry want to be kumbaya, and they want to be ingenuity. Some examples of these four cultures in a supportive culture. If you think of a company that is like Zappos, okay, Zappos Shoe Company. They have this, like, if you guys have ever been to Zappos and to their headquarters in Las Vegas, I think it is, they're very kumbaya. I mean, they have balloons, they have celebrations, they want everybody to really be equal and celebratory and friendly and lovey-dovey to each other. And then the ingenuity cultures would be like Tesla, okay? Tesla, Elon Musk, they really have their engineering or their people wanting to, all their people are very entrepreneurial. They're very innovative people at Tesla. Positional would be like Starbucks, okay? Starbucks, I can go to Starbucks, I can get the same exact coffee in LA that I can in New York City. Why? Because they're extremely structured and they have really formal procedures. And they want you and their staff to really have that predictability. And that's why people go there, because it's predictable. It's the same. Achievement cultures, you look at something like Amazon. Amazon would be extremely achievement-oriented company. There is, they have Jeff Bezos as the boss. He has the plan. It's extremely productive. It's faster, better, cheaper. That's what they focus on. They are very goal oriented and they want to take over, right? So that's their emphasis is on winning. Okay. I just want to say hey to Yvette and Lisa and Lorraine and Kenneth. I think he came in again. Craig, Arthur, thanks for joining me. Please, like I said, please comment, please share on your thoughts on these. And if you have some ideas of companies that kind of fit into one of these cultures, go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell whoever is watching, ideas to this culture. Okay, so we as salon owners and we as industry people, where do we want to live? We want to live supportive and ingenuity. That's kind of what we think. And then we have these business educators and these various different companies that want you to focus on structure and they want you to focus on goals. Why do they want that, right? Because if you're a supportive culture, your cross culture, your weakness, okay, in a supportive culture, your cross culture weakness on the cross quadrant is achievement. Generally, supportive cultures in the salon industry and pretty much anywhere are a little bit weak on the goals. They're a little bit weak on pushing results. Why? Because they want everyone to be kumbaya, lovey-dovey. They they want that unity, they want that loyalty, they want that friendship. Now, ingenuity cultures, a lot of people in an ingenuity cultures. I think of Pulp Riot as an industry, as an ingenuity culture. They're extremely, they bring people in that are creative. They reach out to other people. And I want to say, hey, Molly, and hey, Tammy, thanks for joining. Cindy, hi, Joyce, hey. Let's see, I think I got you guys all. Okay, so we have this culture quadrant. We know what the cross cultures are, because in an ingenuity culture, ingenuity cultures are a little wild. They're a little crazy. So what do they lack? They lack that predictability and that stability. They lack the structure. So you have to have a little bit of positional in an ingenuity culture. You have to have a little bit of achievement in a supportive culture. Okay? You have to focus on the numbers. You have to focus on the structure. Okay? If you're in one of these, most salons really live in this. I don't care if you're an independent contractor, or if you are in a booth rental salon, or if you're in a W-2 salon, or if you're just plain old, working in a manufacturer or distributor, one of these cultures is going to be dominant. If it's not dominant, you're super confused. Okay? So, Molly, you're welcome. I thank you. Thank you for thanking me. So anyway, in this pandemic, in this crisis, in this time, we have really, what Lavana and I were talking about yesterday is, a lot of us are like, oh my gosh, where do I go here? Do I go rent a sola? Do I go join a team? Do I have more security if I join a team? Do I want to be independent? Do I want to be entrepreneurial? What do I really want? Right? Maybe you have a huge salon and you've lost a lot of people and you don't know where to go from there. Well, I want you to think. I want you to think about what it is, what culture you want to create. I guarantee you one of these cultures is going to be like you're in your gut, right? It's going to be gut driven. It's going to be like, yeah, like I want to make money. I need an achievement culture. I want that. But here's the thing. If your achievement culture, you have to have a little bit of supportive. Otherwise, you have absolutely no loyalty. People are going to leave. People are not going to like it there because you're driving numbers. And if that's all you do is drive numbers and drive goals, and you don't have that a little bit of kumbaya, a little bit of team, a little bit of unity, you're going to not be as successful because you're going to have a high turnover. If you're a positional culture, you're super boring. Boring, 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 unless you have some entrepreneurial thinking, unless you're a little bit innovative. Okay, so my story is, 1993, I opened my first salon, small little salon, and I was a supportive culture. It was just five of us. We were all friends. And then I wanted to grow. And when I grew, I stayed in this supportive culture. Well, what happened? I made no money, right? And people were like upset with me because they weren't making money too. So when I grew my salon and I moved into another location and then another location, it became more positional and it became more stable and more systems oriented. All right. Now we became super boring. Life became boring for us. And so what we did is I had to bring in people that were a little bit more innovative. And I brought in educators. I brought in creative people who could help me bring a little bit of that creative entrepreneurial early adapter thinking into our positional culture. So moving forward, some of you have PPP money still. Some of you have idle loan money still. Some of you have blown it all on, trying to pay your rent and trying to get your PPE in and make your salon safe and trying to figure it out. But ultimately, I have to tell you guys, it all comes down to the culture that you want to create. And I have, and Lavana and I were talking about, we had these big salons and we had a lot going on. And then we reached a point where we really got burned out and we got tired. And so what did we do? We wanted to be more entrepreneurial, but we really wanted to do it in a smaller environment because that's what worked for us at the time, right? Life ebbs and flows, you guys. So right now, during this time, I want to give you a little bit of insight to the four cultures or the culture quadrant, and maybe it will help you to move forward from this COVID crisis and think about what it is that you need in your salon, what kind of culture you need to create, whether you're in a studio by yourself or you have 30 employees, it doesn't matter. How do you want people to feel and what it is that you want? There's absolutely nothing wrong with achievement, you guys. In this industry, we have this idea that achievement or money or wanting to really achieve that that level of success where you are really um, very comfortable and you want to make money. There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with extremely directive achievement culture. But what you have to do is when you hire people or you bring people in or whoever you align yourself with, even if you're in a studio, whoever you align yourself and you connect yourself with, they have to be kind of like-minded. But you also have to have the cross-culture people in your life to create that balance. Okay, so Joyce says, love to listen later. I have to go to a Zoom Bible study. Anybody who wants to come back and listen later, that is totally cool. Hey, Anthony, LB, Brenda, Jeff. Um, anyway, I hope that this helps you think a little bit about how to create your success in the future. I know for myself, I moved in this COVID thing. I moved from a salon environment. Actually, I worked in 2 salons, and I moved to a sola, and I did it with intention. I knew what it was that I wanted to create, and now I get to experience that. It's quite a lovely experience. Whatever you've done, only in the movement that you make in this industry, do it intentionally. Think about what it is you want to create in your personal life and your business life. And nobody says you have to stay in a particular culture in order to survive. You can change. You can change cultures as you move forward in your personal life. So I hope this was helpful. I love you guys, and I will be back, I think, weekly, sometimes possibly with other people. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things to help you move forward into a more successful post-COVID environment. And I talked about creating like the 3.0 version of the salon industry, where we're all unified, we're all connected, we're all respectful of where it is people want to live. And that's okay because that's where they're at the time. We're respectful of their choices. we're respectful. You know, we don't live in fear. We want to live in communication. We want to understand why. And so I want to move us, you know, I think I grew up in like maybe a 1.0 version, and then we went to a 2.0 version. Now I want to move it to a 3.0 or a 4.0 or wherever we're at. And I just want a better industry. I want an industry that is together, hairdressers that are together, service providers, estheticians, nail techs, barbers that work together in a unified way to create a supportive environment that has a ton of ingenuity, and we have those dynamic thinkers out there, and we have those kumbaya people, and we have those positional people, and we have those achievement people. And let's come together and understand that we need all of these things in an industry in order to make it whole. We want to be whole, unified, together, hairdressers, service providers. Okay? That's it, you guys. I love you. And Molly says, when are you going to do your next video? I'm going to try and do them on Mondays or Wednesdays. I have some guests I would also like to bring on and talk about various different things. Lavana and I are going to do something, and it also, I'm not so sure, you guys. I think eventually I will roll into Instagram instead of Facebook Lives and do it on IGTV. So join me over on Instagram too. Kim Hansen Salon Coach is my coaching Instagram, and Kim Hansen Master Stylist is my my salon Instagram. But you guys probably want to join me, Kim Hansen Salon Coach, and eventually I'll be talking over there, and who knows, might have a podcast. So that is where it is. And then Tammy, thanks for the reminder. I appreciate all the little extras to help through the craziness. You're very, very welcome, Tammy. And I hope all is doing well in Colorado where you're at. And I hope the fires are sort of dying down. Here it's getting a little bit back to normal as we can be. So 3.0 version of the salon industry, unified, awesome, great, entrepreneurial, supportive, positional, achievement. And you guys have a great evening. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment. Let me know what you need. Let me know what you want. Let me know how I can help you. Okay? That's all I want. I want to help you become the best you can be. Okay, you guys, bye.